Bitcoin touched 60K on some exchanges this morning. You hear that? That's the sound of the reggae air horn in celebration of Bitcoin's huge moves. Guys, Bitcoin is remaining extremely bullish. It looks like an ETF is going to be accepted. Ethereum, of course, is getting beaten down on the Bitcoin pair, but I think that Ethereum will follow soon. And we have a ton of news today that I want to share with you guys. You don't want to miss this. Let's go.
Let's go.
What is up, everybody? I'm Scott Melker, also known as the Wolf of All Streets. Before we get started, please go ahead and subscribe to the channel and do one of those things where you go all the way down the piano, all right, on to the like button. You guys said you need more air horn. Here you go. You guys hear that? You hear that? I can't hear it through here to see that if it's actually working, but can you guys hear my air horn? Can you hear my air horn? I also loaded this. Just in case anyone does something stupid, we can play the Benny Hill theme song. We can play the Benny Hill theme song. I'm going to definitely get more samples. We're going to up my game, but I was doing this all like literally 30 seconds before we got started. I added some other funny ones like this one, but I'll save them for later. I'm going to save them for later. I'll save them for later when appropriate. So guys, it is Friday. Every Friday, Mike and I, my producer, we were talking about the fact it feels like things are good on Fridays. Friday good. We've been very bullish on Bitcoin on Fridays. And last night we had the Bloomberg article, which said SEC set to allow Bitcoin futures ETFs as deadline looms. And Bitcoin did one of these. Bitcoin instantly erect. This was like news Viagra from Bloomberg. Bloomberg just started throwing Viagra and Cialis into Bitcoin's mouth. Absolutely giga chad, mega chad, instantaneous pump to the upside, right? It even pierced 60K on a few exchanges to stay with the Cialis and Viagra references. It played a little game of just the tip, like high school, just the tip, you know? Oh, it's just the tip. Got right through 60K, came right back down, but now it's pushing up against it once again. Guys, very bullish stuff. So let's talk about Bloomberg. Actually, instead of talking about it, let's see what the analysts on Bloomberg actually had to say about this. Here we go.
What are our sources telling us? What more do we know here, Sue?
Well, people close to the matter are telling us that it appears the SEC is ready to approve at least one ETF, and it's not likely to block the products from starting to trade next week. Now, the drama surrounds two particular proposals. There's been a rush of them in recent weeks, including from Cathie Wood's ARK and others. But these proposals for the ETFs are by ProShares and Invesco, and they're based on futures contracts that were filed under mutual fund rules that the SEC chairman Gary Gensler himself has said provide, quote, significant investor protections. It's important to understand that the prior ETF proposals were not submitted under these rules and were rejected. And there are many that believe that Gensler this summer was kind of signaling, hey, this is how you do it. So the proposals that are up for a decision, which would be reject, grant, or delay, and the official decision would come out sometime Monday. These are very different from the previous ETF proposals that were rejected, and that's why you see a lot of green on the screen, because barring a last-minute reversal, it appears that the fund that may be launched as early as this coming week will be the culmination of a nearly decade-long campaign to get digital coins accepted by the mainstream. And again, there's been a lot of excitement over this. We did see Bitcoin jump 1,000 points or $1,000 in just a couple of minutes after the SEC issued a tweet earlier in the day cautioning investors that Bitcoin is a speculative investment and directing them back to a June link. Many took that as sort of a hint or reading of the tea leaves that the SEC was poised to do this. Of course, it's all very speculative. Bloomberg's story, which has just hit the tape recently, has added to the rally we're seeing.
Okay, enough of her. Enough of her, but yes, you get the gist there. Okay, so a few things happened, right? Why is first of all, we've been anticipating this for months. Everybody in the know, institutions have been buying these huge bulls, whales that are at American institutions are buying because they know that this is going to happen, not in speculation. We talk about speculation of an ETF, but there are people who know that it's coming, obviously, right? But a few things just happened. SEC sends a tweet warning people, saying, hey, just so you know, if you ever invest in an asset product that has exposure to Bitcoin, these are your known risks. They don't even have that product yet. That means it's coming. Two, we saw ARK and Valkyrie, who you guys know that I am invested in, Valkyrie. We saw both of them get a ticker and change their prospectus. You don't do that unless you think that the ETF is very much likely coming. So a few huge signs here. And then we know that literally they're going to launch unless the SEC blocks them at the last second. They don't necessarily need the approval. They just need to not get blocked. And that seems what's going to happen. So very clear here, we're going to get a futures ETF. What that means for price, I do not know. A lot of people say that since it's futures contracts and not underlying Bitcoin, it could actually be bad, much like the CME launch was in 17 and the Coinbase stock direct listing. Some people say it'll be very good. It'll drive interest. Obviously, we have mixed reviews. What matters is that we've made it, guys. We are a legitimate asset. Nobody can say shit to us anymore. I mean, more importantly, I'm rich, bitch. Y'all hear that? I'm gonna play it again. So anyways, let's go on to the next story here. Bitcoin spikes after Bloomberg reports SEC won't block futures ETF. The cryptocurrency price shot past 59,000. Just a reiteration of exactly what happened there and the effect that it had immediately on price. The good news here is that a lot of people thought that the minute we got the news, it would absolutely sell off, and that has not happened as of yet. And now here from FS Insight, this is Fundstrat, that's Thomas Lee's company. FS Insight is their research wing. Ether Bitcoin to strengthen in coming weeks, FS Insight says. FS Insight commented in a note published October 14th. That was yesterday. They've updated it today, but they were just talking about how strong Ethereum was yesterday and the day before against Bitcoin. Not so much anymore. We will take a look at both of those charts, but a lot of data and reasons here that they believe that we're going to see this continue up, and these guys don't mess around. Let's take a look at the charts. Guys, look at, okay, so here's the monthly chart. I added some stuff to it. I added some things. Someone's asked me for a generic audience clapping sound. I think there was one and I accidentally got rid of it. I do have this for when I say something stupid. Those were already built in though. But I can't find the generic clapping. I think I overwrote that one. But anyways, guys, I added a few things. I talked about this in the newsletter this morning. They've had newsletter subscribers have had four hours or so to digest this, but let's talk about this. Okay. This is the monthly ascending channel from 2013. Up, down, up, right? We have not gotten up yet. As you can see here, it's overshot once, but all the touches on the bottom are actually perfect. There's one right here, this one right here, this one right here. It's incredible. So this is what's happened each time we've broken the EQ of this channel, either flipping to support or flipping to resistance. The first time it went straight through in 2013, literally from the EQ to the top of the channel in 1 month. Less than 1 month. That bar is 31 days, but you can't draw a smaller bar. From when it broke support here to touching the bottom, 334 days, almost a year. Last time it broke resistance and rose to the top, it took 122 days, right? This is when we talk about six-figure Bitcoin. People are like, you're nuts. I'm just showing you the precedent, right? This was the longest one. It broke down here, came all the way back for a test as resistance, 517 days to touch the lows, and that was March of 2020. Right now, listen, you could measure it from support here. So listen, we flipped the EQ of this channel in December, right? Went up a bit, have tested it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 candles in a row. It's already been 304 days. That would be the longest of any. So even if it takes us, let's see, if it takes us out to 427 days, which would be February of 22 to hit the top of the channel, listen, future does not have to be what happened in the past, but every time the EQ of the channel has broken, we've seen this. We have precedents of 4 times, 4 out of 4. That would be 235,000 right here at the top of the channel if that was February. Obviously, the longer you go, the higher it gets. If it happens sooner, lower target. 235,000 Bitcoin. You've probably heard me talk about that number before. I've done whole streams and I've written things about the parable of the ox, which is the idea that it comes from a fair back in the Renaissance or something like that. oldie England, oldie, when you put an E on the end of old to make it English, oldie England. That basically people are really bad at making estimates, but when you take all the estimates and average them together of a crowd, you generally do very well. There was an ox. Nobody came close to guessing the weight. Whoever guessed the weight won the ox. But when they averaged like the 1,000 guesses, it was within 1 pound of the actual weight of the ox. Well, what we did, it was over a year ago. We took Plan B's model, Willy Woo, the top models, the bottom models, hundreds of models. By the time we were done, the average was 235,000. That's been our general target since then. Ye old England, says Kristen. That's right. If some of you guys are from ye old England, yeah. So Scott, is a higher high more significant than a higher low in an uptrend? Yes. Because, well, the uptrend is set by the higher high. That's why it's more significant, because you can have a lower high and then a higher low, and then you just have a triangle, right? I was inverted. You have a triangle. So you need to make the higher high to break the bear trend and start the new bullish trend. The wisdom of crowds, right? The wisdom of crowds is good for estimates. It's not good for emotions, by the way, just so you guys know. So that's what we're looking at on the monthly. That's why I think we're going to the top. The weekly, guys, this was it, right? This is the this zone I said was going to be the strong supply, and it took the ETF announcement to push price up through it. We talked about that was likely going to happen. Vandal, I'm glad that you caught that Top Gun reference. You are a Giga Chad, sir. You were inverted. You were inverted with a MIG and a G, something negative G7 dive. Yeah. Yeah, inverted. Gave him the finger. We were communicating. Anyways, so yeah, we've pushed through that now, potentially pushing through it. And 59,985.26, just below 60,000. That is the highest weekly close ever. Highest weekly close ever, guys. So if we flip that, you can see this, there's no resistance to the all-time high. If we flip that, obviously no resistance above. So if we can get a weekly close above 59,985, oh my God, hold on to your big Johnsons. It's a wrap. Daily, pushing into resistance here too. We are pushing so hard into resistance that the dental dam is going to break. This is crazy, right? Flipped this support right here, this resistance to support in this supply zone, pushing up into 59603 here, now presently trading above it. That's pretty much the last resistance on the daily chart before we get up to the all-time high. Not there yet, still at resistance, but holy crap, still at resistance. And taking a look at very low time frames, I guess we can do that. I didn't even know that I had this up, but sure, why not? We probably had like a resistance like this that we're already breaking out of once again after that small dip. Everything looking good. Let's take a look at Ethereum. FS Insight says Ethereum's bullish, right? Yeah, this is what they were talking about the last couple of days. Oh, Ethereum seems to be bouncing against the
Congratulations.
You played yourself. You played yourself, right? And listen, everybody's still trying to get excited about alts to some degree, but the fact is they still are going to get beat. And if we break through these resistance and Bitcoin really pumps, guys, alts are going to see much lower prices versus Bitcoin. They'll probably be fine against USDT. Probably fine. Yeah, that's right. What were you doing? Communicating, international relations. We gave him the bird. Top Gun, guys. That's right. Ice. Man, I am dangerous. So listen, I don't know what's going to happen here. We just know that if Bitcoin pushes strong, Bitcoin dominance will rise and alts will consider to suffer on their Bitcoin pairs, right? I mean, for now, this is a flip of support to resistance. You would expect to trip a slightly lower, but still fine if you're trading on the USD pair, looking pretty good, guys. Yeah, seriously, Kristen, check on your friend. Where's Victoria K? I even made it. Oh, she's here. It's good. Ye old England. That was the worst accent. What was that? So bad.
Congratulations.
Yeah, bad accent. So anyways, yeah. And let's take a look at the total market cap, by the way. So yesterday I did this like accidental Rorschach test on Twitter. I posted this. I was like, listen, charting market cap is a meme. There's nobody trading this, right? But hey, it's fun. And I drew this. I said, we have a nice cup and handle if you believe in that. Immediately I got like endless penis and testicle jokes, right? I didn't see it like that because I've never seen someone, I guess, who that had these proportions. Maybe this begs a 1-inch joke, but that's what people saw here, right? Because people are sick and their minds don't work very good. That's right. Looks more like 1 inch. That's right. So anyways, but yeah, look, I mean, we're flirting. The all-time high of total market cap is 2.577. We're flirting with it. And if this was any other chart, you have a very clear cup, a handle, bull flag breakout happening right now, right? Ye old dick and balls pattern. Ye old dick and balls pattern with 3 hairs. That's the name of that pattern. All right, guys, let us continue on with the news. MSCI warns of creeping crypto exposure at equity markets. Dun, dun, dun. 52 companies with crypto exposure combined for a total market capitalization of $7.1 trillion. Let's see what the hot takes were here. The roster includes firms directly involving in the buying and selling of crypto. Those criminals. Such as exchange Coinbase and firms with an allocation of cryptocurrency on their balance sheet, such as business intelligence software firm MicroStrategy. While those two are among the most obvious examples of crypto exposure, MSCI highlighted in a blog post Wednesday that equity investors may be faced with creeping cryptocurrency exposure. You guys don't even know that you're exposed to cryptocurrency. Like, listen, I talked about this yesterday. I had actually did a podcast with Ishwar Prasad, who is a professor at Cornell, who's a master of all things money. And I asked him about this because yesterday, remember, I mentioned the Bank of England saying crypto is a $2.5 trillion asset. The subprime loans for 1.2 trillion, crypto is now a threat to the entire global system. Well, it is a threat to the entire global system, but not in the way, not a systemic threat. There's no systemic threat of crypto because the biggest banks in the world, like Lehman Brothers, are not the ones holding crypto. And if crypto goes down, they don't go under. That's why it happened, because the banks were irresponsible and the ones who are holding all of that subprime crap, shitty debt. That's not the case here. And this is so misleading. Yes. So a company like Tesla that owns like a small percentage, let's even go down. There's much less, like Square, right? Square owns like $100 million worth of crypto. It's like less than 1% of their treasury and even a smaller fraction of their business. Well, they're accounting for the entire market capitalization of Square in this number. As if Bitcoin went down, Square would automatically go under because of Bitcoin. It's like when I talked about Elizabeth Warren with their fees, the Ethereum fees, the silent killer. Bitcoin is 0.01% of your company, the silent killer. Your company's dead, right? So this is completely stupid, In fact, beyond MicroStrategy and maybe Coinbase and a few miners, no companies would be largely affected if Bitcoin price dropped, right? And so this is just completely and stupidly misleading. I love that you guys are coming hard over here with the Top Gun resurgence. This is what I call a target-rich environment. You've lost that love and feeling. First of all, Tom Cruise's voice is way too high for that song, and he sings it badly. It's kind of embarrassing. But so listen, so I want to talk about Michael Burry, Big Short fame. He jumped in on this news. Michael Burry of Big Short fame has warning about $7 trillion worth of stocks are exposed to crypto. Listen, it doesn't really matter what he said, but he said MSCI says there's 7.1 trillion in market cap tied to stocks of companies holding crypto. But MSCI also says only 79 people of 6,500 corporate board members have crypto expertise. This is, as they say, a feature, not a bug. Well, Michael should be smart enough to realize everything that I just said, because listen, I don't know what proportion 79 out of 6,500 is probably how much their crypto exposure is versus their actual market cap. Probably accurate. But Michael had a bad day. Michael Burry had a bad day. So he went on from there to, oh my God, I'm sure you guys saw this, right? So he said he wanted to short Bitcoin. And then he went on Twitter, of all places, clearly has not had enough of a beating from crypto Twitter, and asked, this is the guy, they made a movie about him called The Big Short, a movie about how successfully he shorted the entire market before the crash in 2008. And he went on crypto and asked, how do you short crypto? How do you do it, guys? I don't know. I've never shorted before. How do you short this asset? Can you short it? Is it shortable? Okay, I haven't done this before. How do you short a cryptocurrency? He said in a now deleted tweet. Do you have to secure a borrow? Is there a short rebate? Can the position be squeezed and called in? In such volatile situations, I tend to think it's best not to short, but I'm thinking out loud here, he tweeted. He got absolutely destroyed by crypto Twitter. Destroyed by crypto Twitter so badly that this happened.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
He removed his entire Twitter account because he got pwned so hard by crypto Twitter. Listen, I've been on the receiving end of crypto Twitter's canceling and pwnage, but I'm here. Snowflake. What a snowflake. He also went on an epic Twitter rant the other day on Tuesday before canceling his account. He canceled himself, basically, about politics and Trump and taxes and coronaviruses and ivermectin. Dude, whatever's going on with him, he has definitely, as I played there, he has played himself. His account is gone. He did not play just the tip. He tried to play just the tip with crypto Twitter, and he got the full package. Full package. Definitely non-consensual. Mark Cuban says Ethereum has the most upside as a crypto investment. Nothing new here, right? Mark Cuban's been saying this for a long time, and somebody else, I can't remember the name, who else has been saying that. Me. Though the crypto market has exploded this year, not all digital coins and assets are equal. As an investment, I think Ethereum has the most upside. Cuban tells CNBC, make it. And Bitcoin is better gold than gold. It's like, Mark, man, call me, bro. I mean, Mark and I buy it. He just literally like answers emails if you like cold email him. We've emailed a couple times. He won't. I've been trying to get him on the show. He's busy with Dallas Mavericks business. Like he has something more important to do than the Wolf of Wall Street's podcast. But yeah, I agree with him, right? I mean, listen, Bitcoin, we know what it is being viewed as now. It's a store of value, digital gold, blah, 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 narrative this, narrative that, pick your poison. But Ethereum, and all of its competitors, quite frankly, I mean, we're talking about the future, like the internet of value, right? We talk about the internet of information, email, and the internet as we know it, the internet of value, an exchange of value directly without a third party in between. So yes, I agree with him that Ethereum has much more upside. He says you should buy Ethereum first. I still think Bitcoin is the first asset you should buy. But Mark Cuban continuing to be a Giga Chad of epic proportions. Didn't Mark get rugged a short time ago? Yes, he's one of us. He's one of us. He is one of us. This is for Michael Burry. That's correct. He shorted himself and lost. I would say he went long himself and lost and got shorted by crypto Twitter. But I feel your sentiment. Billionaire Barry Sternlicht bought Bitcoin and Ethereum for inflation protection. I don't need to tell you about it. Let's listen to it in his own words. Yet another billionaire. He's the co-founder of Starwood Capital Group, in case you're wondering. Here you go. Here's what he said.
The dichotomy, though, on the Cathie Wood's view, which is that she believes that there's going to be deflation. At the same time, she's a proponent of crypto. Where are you right now? We have a whole screen of all the different cryptocurrencies.
All
effectively to your left.
Five
I own two of those. So, for me, and I think Novogratz has come on your show and talked about it, it's a diversification. And I think what Jamie...
Which my left.
Yeah, what Jamie Dimon talked about, I mean, gold is kind of worthless too, and silver, I mean, they have some industrial uses, but they're minor.
Sorry, I had to pause it. Bitcoin just broke 60,000. Let's go.
It's a store of value. Right. And the reason I own Bitcoin is because the U.S. government and every government in the Western Hemisphere is printing money now to the end of time. And this is a finite amount of something. And it can be traded globally. And people have fiat currencies, whether it's in Nigeria, and I'm not picking on Nigeria, I have no idea if they have a fiat currency, or Bolivia or wherever. You can move into something that probably that the world has accepted as a substitute for gold. And since it's 18 million float or something like that out of 21, I think Bitcoin it's the biggest. It may not be the one. It's a dumb coin. It has no real purpose other than a store of value, and it's a little crazily volatile. So Ether, which is right below it, I own some of that. That's a programmable Bitcoin, and then there are tons of other coins that are built off of that system. And as Larry also mentioned, I've become very interested in the blockchain technology as a whole and the digital ledger, which is going to change everything. It's just we're probably in inning one of the internet.
Okay, we like you, bro, but there was some questionable. Ethereum is just programmable Bitcoin, guys. Does Nigeria even have money? I don't know. What do you have in Nigeria? By the way, 60K all day. 60K all day. 60K all day. 60K all day. We did it. We touched it. Although there's going to be a battle, we know, at 60K. Going to be a battle at 60K. Listen, I'm happy he bought Bitcoin, Ethereum. I don't really care if he understands them at all. He's right. It's an inflation hedge. We get that. We've all heard this story. Just nice to have yet another billionaire on our team. And okay, this isn't great. This is not great news. Second largest U.S. mortgage lender, UWM, dumps Bitcoin payment plans. United Wholesale Mortgage, we had previously been very excited, by the way, they were going to be doing this. Announced plans to test Bitcoin Ether for mortgage payments. Well, they tested it. Due to the current combination of incremental costs and regulatory uncertainty in the crypto space, we aren't going to extend beyond a pilot at this time. Okay, that sucks. But they tested it. They tried. I don't think you'd want to deal with gas fees right now on Ethereum for your mortgage. But what I find really interesting here, I'm going to just pull up the Bitcoin chart while I talk. Oh, 60,028. We could be on an all-time high by the end of this stream. But what I find really interesting is when Tesla said, hey, we're not going to let the 7 people on planet Earth dumb enough to buy a Tesla with Bitcoin, we're going to cancel those payments. That was it. That was like the whole market dumped endlessly. And now United Mortgage is like, yeah, Bitcoin Ether doesn't work. And you can see what's happening. Giga Chad, Mega Chad, Super Chad, price action to the upside. Absolute mega amazing right here. Okay, let's get through the rest of this news. Coinbase jumps after sign-up numbers for NFT marketplace revealed. Coinbase stock went up 6%. Why? Because 1 million people signed up in the first day on the waiting list for their NFT platform. Huge. And now Coinbase proposes U.S. create new regulator to oversee crypto. Well, no shit, Sherlock. The digital asset policy proposal suggests Congress pass legislation to define how digital assets are overseen. I love that Coinbase is taking the lead here, telling regulators how to regulate. This is what you guys need to do, by the way. And this makes a lot of sense. We clearly do not have an authority that understands the asset or generally is qualified to oversee it, because the SEC, these really aren't securities. And a test from 1933 makes no sense. That was the first question I asked Cynthia Lummis in the podcast yesterday. Are these securities, and should that be determined by something from the 1930s? And so if they're not the same kind of assets that are being regulated, and it's a new asset class, then we need a crypto czar or a crypto regulating body to oversee it. Absolutely true. Bravo, Brian Armstrong. By the way, last week, whenever Brian Armstrong did that whole thread on why it sucks to be a CEO and the world is so mean to CEOs, that shit was weak. Send the wolf to the Senate. Emmy. Do you understand the scrutiny there would be of us if I ever ran a political campaign? It would be over. Anyways, Morgan Stanley CEO, I don't think crypto is a fad. Yeah, well, this is what happened. Morgan Stanley and JP Morgan, 2 huge companies that have been sort of leading the charge, in institutional adoption. One has Jamie Dimon here, who hates crypto, but is like, I'll let my clients do it. And the other one's here. And they're both standing here, and there's a train, and it's coming down the tracks at full speed. And Jamie Dimon was just like, yep, stepped in front of it. And this guy's like, I'm just going to step behind that. He's going to step behind that. First Lady Emmy does have a nice ring to it, but I mean, whatever. She's already got that title around here. But yeah, I mean, this guy is like, I saw what happened to Jamie Dimon. I'm going to take a slightly different approach, and I'm not going to shit on the asset that my clients want and want to trade. I don't think crypto is a fad. I don't think it's going to go away, he said. I don't know what the value of Bitcoin should or shouldn't be, but these things aren't going away. Said that before, bro. And the blockchain technology supporting it is obviously very real and powerful. Jump over to Jamie Dimon. I personally think that Bitcoin is worthless. Yeah. Which guy are you going to roll with if you have $2 million in your account? Because, by the way, they're only allowing these services to people with $2 million in their account. Only allowing it, right? So we've got CEO of Morgan Stanley over here, James Gorman. That's him. And we got Jamie Dimon.
Congratulations.
That's him.
You played yourself.
That's him. Right? That's what we got here. Moving on. This is the best story of the day. I've been telling you guys about the 3rd largest whale for ages here. Ages, right? I've been telling you this guy sold a bunch of crypto towards the top and has been buying insanely aggressively, hundreds of millions of dollars worth of Bitcoin all the way down to 30. Well, the other day, for the first time in 2 months, he sold some. He sold some at 56K, right? Let's see how much he sold. $84 million worth, 1,500 Bitcoins. The next day, he FOMO panicked back in at 57,300. This guy is amazing. This guy's amazing. You know, he did the right thing. He's in profit either way. He didn't lose anything except for a bit of opportunity cost. But even the biggest whales, don't be this guy. Don't be the guy who sells and then revenge buys back in when you see a price going up. That is a horrible trading move from one of the biggest whales in Bitcoin that happened to play out in his favor. But holy crap. Just he was like, yeah, you know, I just need to get this 84 mil real quick. You know, I got some I got all this child support, all these hoes. All these hoes, all these hoes, they need things. And then he lost the hoes. He was like, I guess I can throw this money back in at 57. No more hoes. Like Nate Dogg, unlike Nate Dogg, I should say, did not have hoes in different area codes. But yeah, he took out you did that once though. Tell that story. What did I do? I'm sure I've done that. I've done that a million times. Are we talking about buying low and then selling low and then buying back higher? I've done that so many times. I don't remember the story. I don't know. I'm sure I've done that so many times. Guys, I've told you how bad I was at trading in the past. It's not a mystery. Not a mystery. That's her job. Her job is to expose it. I don't even know what she's talking about, but I've definitely done that a million times on things. It was my biggest. I've told you guys, I had to come up with a trading rule for myself. I had to come up with a trading rule for myself that said, if I close a trade in profit or at a loss, I have to close that chart for 24 hours just to avoid either buying back in higher because I regretted selling or revenge trading and buying back in because I regretted stopping out. I don't even know what the story is. But I've been that guy. Don't be that guy. Don't be that guy. What has two thumbs and has made every trading mistake in history? This guy. This guy.
Congratulations. You played yourself.
Still looking for her to tell me what I did, but I don't remember. Whatever, guys. Whatever, man. Whatever. One of the most important qualities you should find in a spouse, by the way, this is just general relationship and life advice, is someone who calls you on your bullshit. Someone who's brutally honest with you. Oh my God, she's so brutally honest. Someone who is willing to call you on all of your bullshit and not let you like float away believing your own nonsense. It's like one of the most valuable things you can find with someone. Brutal honesty and communication. I get away with nothing. Fox Entertainment gives away 20,000 Masked Singer NFTs. Okay, great. That show sucks. They have people dancing around in dumb costumes singing. Whatever. Oh, by the way, Emmy says she'll happily do that for anyone who needs it. And she will. She will. So if any of you need to be shot down a little bit, then just call. She'll take care of that for you. It's fine. This is not a service that's unique to me. Provided for anyone. Provided for everyone. You guys will be happy to know that. Thank you for sharing mistakes so we don't do the same. Guys, the reason I started basically a newsletter and wanted to educate people, and I encouraged my friend Chris to start Texas West Capital is because I'm not some epic giga chad trader, whatever. I've just made all the mistakes, and I can if someone who's literally been so bad and screwed up so many times can just tell you what they did, maybe you can avoid some of those mistakes. But yeah, Fox Entertainment moving into the NFT space. That's the thing. Art House Sotheby's launches curated NFT platform called Sotheby's Metaverse. So basically the gist here is that literally everyone is launching an NFT platform. And they're going to do it's going to be like this metaverse where you can go shopping for NFTs at the auctions and stuff. This is going to be super freaking cool. Sotheby's new NFT platform is powered by Mojito, a startup that builds NFT platforms and ensures compliance. Emmy, I think you were powered by Mojitos last weekend. She doesn't drink Mojitos. That was a joke. And I've been powered by Mojitos before. But Sotheby's new NFT platform is powered by Mojito. That's a platform and not the delicious rum-based beverage. Honestly, my favorite thing about you, Scott, is your honesty appreciating a relationship with your wife, unlike other internet personalities who spam how much money and girls they have. Yeah, that's stupid. That's dumb. Oh, whatever, man. I'm honest with you guys. You know, like I say, my wife's dope. Could you make a video outlining all the mistakes in trading? I've made so many, but I have done Twitter threads on it and stuff. I will look more at that for sure. Isn't that a real estate company? I don't know which company. Sotheby's. Yes, Sotheby's also has a real estate branch. Yes, but they started as one of the biggest auction houses in the world. Maybe we should see what. Oh, Bitcoin 59,960. You chump. Just kidding. Let me look at the screen again. I got to get going. But look, it tried to dip and got bought up super quick. And look at that. We have, guys, this was the Bloomberg announcement, SEC tweet, and this was real volume again on the breakout. This looks epic. This is epic. I'm just looking over here, see what you guys are saying before I have to go. Back to 60K. Emmy is not a dominatrix, Benjamin. Keep your thoughts to yourself. Scott, your interview with Cynthia Lummis was amazing. Wolfpack, you guys should go watch it. I agree with her. Not, you know, my mom, she thought that was one of my best ones. She thought it was really good. I thought it went well. But listen, it's nice to know that there are people like that who can help you, who can help us to in government where we're not being represented properly. Yeah, I mean, guys, this is about it. Emmy is very attractive. Nice work, Scott. That's better. That's better. You get a car. You get a car. You get a car. Anyway, guys, we're there. We're at 60,000 right now. This has been real. I want to tell you, I will not be here this afternoon. I know. Yeah, no Friday afternoon stream today. This is my last stream of the week. I hope you enjoyed it. We got to watch 60K together. It was a thing. It was a moment. It was a moment. I'm just reading your comments over here. But yeah, this was great. This is great. I'm gonna look to start even adding some more live streams potentially, guys. It's gonna be amazing. And I hope that for all of you, this will be you this weekend. And this will not be you this weekend.
Congratulations.
But on that note, everyone, peace.